Hello and welcome back. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. This is part 2 of the Panama Arumba's Assay. So apparently our guy died, so we'll hire a general from those guys. We picked up a 2-1-4. Just gonna play for a little while, resolve the war, see where we end up. So we're gonna kind of spread out everywhere. We're making 35 ducats a month. I want to get to peace as well because these gold mines down here can have their autonomy lowered and get a lot more income out of them. But trade income is at 20 ducats. We're making 19.9 out of Panama now. I should have taken a peek at what we were actually at the beginning. I forgot to. Oops. But we do get a fairly decent multiplier here, and we're also not protecting trade right now, which is something that we can go back to doing. Before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and use this fleet with only light ships so that it's nice and fast, and we're going to intercept or hunt enemy fleets in this area. I found this function to be very good. It actually works. Unlike most other ones in the game, it actually does a good job. Alright, looking for unrest. Let's see any actual unrest that needs to be put down over there. Probably want to leave this one not occupied since they are finishing a nice fancy naval equipment manufactory for us at some point. And these colonies we don't want to siege because we want them to grow. We can go over here and get that though. And actually it looks like these troops should all head up north as well so we can go after this whole nonsense up that way. Alright, so in order of priority, like, what do we want to pay off, or what do we want to spend money on? We've got loans, which, a 555 ducat loan, it costs a fair bit of money. We want to pay that off fairly soon. The expiration date's coming up in 2 years, though. So if I had to choose between paying off that loan or getting, like, that massive workshop being built, I'd start with the workshop. Basically, as soon as we need to drop that transport, otherwise the fleet will be too slow to catch other fleets. And actually, probably just going to disband this cog. Never mind, we're actually not at force limit, so we'll hold on to it. This army's being really annoying. Let's actually grab the highest maneuver general we have and chase him up into there. Which means this army needs a guy. We'll get a nice little stack wipe there, easy peasy. Captured another ship. Let's check our fleet. It has all light ships, which is great. It's a large enough fleet, it's maxing out combat width, so I'm going to go ahead and detach damaged. Have the damaged go repair, and then they'll rejoin the mission when they are fixed up. Get you in charge of that, and have you head up to here as well. Playing kind of slow because it's not my save and I'm, you know, still kind of getting used to it. This guy is heading into Mare. Let's leave behind one guy. Wait till they're locked and then go stack wipe that. That takes care of that area. Also forts, right? Like that's another thing I'd probably prioritize pretty highly right now. We've got devastation here that's going to take a long time to go away because there's no zone of control in this area. Even though the development is really high in Panama, and we really want that prosperity here. We also want prosperity in any state that has a gold mine, because gold mines will benefit from the goods produced bonus from the prosperity. So if we can get prosperity here, great, we have it. Good. This whole area is prosperous. And just look at that goods produced, man, it's insane. Goods produced efficiency, 145%. Prosperity, golden era, production quotas. It's glorious. Alright, we need more money. Captured another ship. Again, it's a transport. Just gonna disband it. Down here, we've got the Spanish fleet. There are 6 lights, 18 troops being dropped off on the 28th of July. That's in a while. They've got a 224 Admiral. Let's send the fleet that way. We're going to detach damaged again at the beginning of next month so we can pick up most of these ships and have them go join that fight. This is mostly transports, so our 27 ships should be totally fine. And if we get lucky, we can actually sink most of these 18 troops. Throw down relative strength of the alliance against the Spaniards. And that whole alliance chain. Where'd that 2-stat go? It's probably up in Guantanamo right now. Or maybe it turned north. Can't really tell. Oh, there he is. Okay, so you're going to be there on the 17th. We'll be there on the 17th as well. We should be able to catch him just because we have a better maneuver guy, so that's fine. These troops can head over here to rejoin that. These guys can also go to like here. I do want to keep on taking that combat, and we're doing totally fine here. French Navy with 13 lights has engaged ours, but that's okay. This fight's almost over. We're not going to sink too many of the Spanish troops, but as soon as the morale's gone, we can head to here, detach the transports so that we don't have to worry about them. Our fleet did get picked off without having a large amount of morale, but we're still going to win that fight, I think. Alright. Back to religion. We don't control that. How on earth did they occupy this land? How did I not notice that earlier? Okay, what else can we convert? 14-month in Lima. Yeah, we definitely want to get that converted. Turn on the edict for now. Off that army. This composition, we should be fine here, right? Yeah, we should be fine. I don't know why we're having trouble. We should not be. French don't even have an admiral, so they do have a large morale advantage, though. Alright, reinforcements arriving in one more day. Make sure we win that fight. We did lose a lot of ships. It doesn't matter, though. We have money. We can afford more ships. We'll just build more. Let's check and see if we have any shipyards anywhere for the ship repair. We don't have any shipyards on this side of the ocean. Well, that's unfortunate. We also need the naval force limit anyway, so... Oh, there's so much that we could do. Panama's got the coastline here. Let's build a shipyard in our capital. We're going to want the naval force limit at some point anyway. Did we even catch this guy? I didn't pay enough attention. Now I don't know for sure. March that army up to there. This army can also head up to, like, here. Bring the cannons with it. These guys are going to all hop onto some boats. Last 29 there, so we're okay. Alright, I'm happy with this stack. Let's leave behind those troops. Take this army. Drop it off up here. This is our fleet that's actually fully repaired, so let's have them, again, hunt enemy fleets in this area. These ships are all repairing, these ships are trying to repair. Main thing we want to do is just keep them from landing. Don't let them land. Even though they've got 26 heavies, they're too stupid to actually just do it right. AI's bad. Alright, next building I want to build is... Do we want to build another workshop, or do we want to try to save up for a fort in this area to get Chorotega? It'll take 2 years to build the fort, but... I'm going to go for the trade power first. I think trade power multipliers are one of the best things to build early on. those two fleets should merge eventually on their own, but let's try to send them in the right direction. On the Spanish fleet, 3 heavies and 2 lights. Again, they're just not being very smart. You know what? We can actually pick off this army. Let's go do that. We'll dock up in Tortuga. Oh, it's... okay. Let's dock up here so we can get a leader assigned. These are still hunting. Alright, so we want to get our best leader, which at this stage of the game is probably going to be the 2331. He's going to go boat bomb that location, since it's the only place we can get a quick landing on. It's also the fort. That's not ideal. Did not see that. Oops. Alright. If we had more forts, it'd be a lot easier to position armies where I want them. You are not going to be fast enough, sir. Alright, we're going to shift consolidate. We're going to send one guy to each location. So we'll send you to here, you to here, you to here, and the 2 stack go to Les Cayes, and then the rest kind of light in the front row, but should be alright. That is mostly light ships. No sign of the English heavies. So let's go pick off this fleet. What I'm looking for now is I want to get the best leader over here and wait a little bit until we can actually get... oh, look at that. Their composition's not that great either. Got a lot of cannons, but the front row is not going to reinforce very quickly, especially in uncolonized land, where they only have 10% base reinforcement speed. So that should be fine. Alright, England's down to 13 enthusiasm. I mean, what would I even take? If it were my war and I was playing this campaign for the rest of the game, what would I even take here? Well, currently we have issues with religious unity, so I don't really want to take a bunch of their Anglican crap. I don't want to take more land that I don't accept. Do we accept English culture right now? We don't accept English culture. Not even close. Do we even have any English land? Not really. Honestly, I would just take money. I don't even want anything else. I want his war. I want war reps, and then I want as much money as he'll give me, and that's my peace deal. Because I don't want the land. The land is just going to exasperate the issues with our religious unity, and it's going to exasperate issues with other problems. And we honestly want the colonies to colonize. That's their job. That is another English fleet with 2 heavies. Only 4 troops on it. Pretty sure our army can take theirs, right? What do we have as far as morale and stuff? We have 6.24 morale. England only has 5.7. We have equal discipline. We have better professionalism, better tradition. Like, we're better in most ways, so this army should be able to beat his, even with his 4-2 leader. Even if it's just 15 infantry, it's enough. We could take the fight, or we could wait for these guys. Let's just wait for the extra cannons. Let the cannons coming over. Alright, we have a little bit of cash. Let's build another one of these. That battle is going to happen here, which is fine. Just constantly checking to make sure that we don't have any transports that have gotten added to the Navy. And I don't like when these guys are all split up, but eventually I'll try to get them merged together. Say at the beginning of next month. I don't want him moving into flat terrain. Okay, looks like we're going to pick him off in... somewhere around here. So we can get our discipline, which also allows us to turn on some policies. Any of these policies worth using? My network construction? No. We picked up leader siege and siege ability, privateer efficiency, ship durability. No, none of that interests me. We can also take tech. We can take diplotech now to get some more trade efficiency. We're going to not do that. '16th and 17th. Let's wait one day. We'll just throw the whole thing in there on the 17th. We're gonna have a penalty. Doesn't really matter. Now that we have the cannons, we should be totally fine in that battle. And let's grab these ships. Hope none of them get picked off, but I'm not going to pay close enough attention to see if they are. The worldly Ulema. Gain corruption or lose corruption? Lose loyalty from the Ulema. I'm totally fine with that. So lose corruption. We have no corruption, so we'll just debase currency real quick. And then we will lose the corruption. We'll use that money to... let's at least pay one of the loans. I do want to get those paid off eventually. They're trying to land over here, but that's going to take them a while. Grab the Admiral and have him go... no, I don't want to pick that off. I'm going to protect trade in Panama for the end of this month. If everyone come together, we can invest in tech. Again, it wants me to know. I don't want to do that. I get at least a couple more of these trade post things built before we pay off more loans. So we're not going to try to fight that navy, I think. But as soon as it starts to leave, we're going to go boat bomb the troops he just dropped off and be done with all that. These guys are heading into Antilles Current, which means they're going to be gone, which means we can do this. We'll drop off over there. We did not actually engage him, despite my intention. But we have more cannons there anyway, so that should be fine. 37 war score, down to 10 enthusiasm, and almost capped out on actual war score. Let's see how we're looking at that peace deal. -8 reasons. Can we get that deal soon? Probably. So the cannons and the cav forward. We'll leave behind some of these infantry because it's getting a bit too heavy in the front row. Have them all kind of just merge together as a backup troop. And this is going to go hunt that stack now. Get a nice overrun again. Those unoccupied. All right. Relative English military strength. Relative strength is at 8. Length of war is down. English war exhaustion is not a big deal. We can pick up to 3 more war score if we had just a couple more months. So let's do that. We can 46 ducats a month now. There is the French fleet again. I'm gonna go back to hunting enemy fleets. They'll do a very good job of actually finding it. That's a 16 stack of the French, arriving on the 10th of May, which is way too slow. But you guys are going the wrong way, so I will force you to go the right way. So if he went north, it's not because he wants to double back and go east. He's going to head around this way over into this area. So this army's just going to kind of head over here now. And this army is going to stick nearby. Picking off that French fleet again. We could go after some of the new Granadan occupations with some of these armies. I've been kind of lazy with this whole thing, but let's do that. Just wanted to keep like an army up here just to scare them away. Make sure those are being taken care of. This fleet should be capable of beating those heavies. It's a lot of heavies, sure. But 34 with 37 combat width. We're basically at max combat width. We should be okay. I don't know. Maybe not. And even if we're not, it doesn't matter. We'll just build more. We've got plenty of income. Main thing is don't let the French land. Are they even trying to land where we don't want them? Baracoa on the 6th. It's actually kind of fine, even if they did, because we've got stuff there. So we lost, which is fine. We lost 15 ships. I don't care. We'll build more. Got plenty of sailors. No troops marching around our territory. The colonies are growing well enough. Alright, I'm going to wait until the next month. I'm not going to wait for 25 war score because that's 3 more months, but I'll wait till 24 war score. And I think we're just going to take the peace deal with England. Be done with that nonsense. We are at -2 reasons, so we just scale this back a tiny bit. He's going to give us 1,200 ducats, he's going to give us war reps, and we're going to say goodbye to him. We'll come back later when we are not in a position where we have to fight multiple wars. We'll repay some loans. Let's grab our best general, and we're going to go fight that army. Would have been nice if I had them there on time. I should have noticed that they were about to land and that we weren't going to win the fight, and we could have actually forced them to take a penalty. But even though I didn't, it's not a big deal. Like, looking at the income, here's why it doesn't matter. France has 90 ducats a month in income, we have 115. That means that every single month we can build 3 light ships if we have to. So I don't care if we lose them, as long as he loses ships, too. My economy, or in this case, this player's economy, is better than theirs, so we can just play that game. We can just trade money for money, and eventually he'll run out, and we won't, and then we're fine. Now, with this war, Portugal's going to lose. Spain won't let us out. There's nothing we can do. Eventually, Spain's going to win their independence, and that's all they're going to take from Portugal when they get closer to 50 war score. I mean, basically, they're almost there. Portugal has -26 war enthusiasm, that it gets added to the 38, so Spain can basically negotiate for like 60% war score. He's probably just trying to get like, I don't know, whatever provinces he wants from Portugal. Does he even want any? Can't see. Okay, he wants everything from Portugal, so he's probably waiting until he can demand some land from Portugal, but he's not going to take anything from us. So we really don't care. It just really doesn't matter. And anything we do that actually gets us positive war score is just delaying the inevitable, and we probably should not actively try to siege him out. This is a pretty rough battle fighting against the French, but we will win, and then once we do win, they have nowhere to retreat to, so we'll get a stack wipe. Shift consolidate because we don't really need to reinforce at full speed. Okay, these guys currently are protecting trade. Let's let them keep protecting. This guy's looking to be annoying, so we'll just go kill that army. A little shuffle balance just to make sure they're balanced, and let's pay off our final loan. This army's actually locked in here because of the English territory. Eventually we'll take that land, but again, we don't need to do it right now. So at the end, I mean, yeah, we've got 70 ducats a month. We could afford to do more colonies, but I would recommend, before doing that, continue to build out these buildings. I'm assuming Miwok still has an estuary that doesn't have a thing. It does. And so the reason you want to build these is because this trade power gets propagated to every node upstream as well. Like, every node gets some of this trade power. And, I mean, we could be building more buildings. We could build more regimental camps to bloat our force limit. We could build shipyards. We could have, right now, with the look at all these damn provinces that are on the coast that have no shipyards. We could easily field a navy of like 300 ships. So build that stuff first before we worry about building extra colonies or subsidizing Scotland or other things. And if I had to prioritize, I would build light ships first, then buildings, then other things. I don't know. I don't have a perfect priority list. There's a lot of factors that go into it, like autonomy, culture, religion, am I at war? Do I need a war chest? How's my manpower, etc.? I can't really kind of go over all of it at once, but a lot of that stuff's going through my head. Just so you know. Okay, we have an active battle, which is fine. I think I will start queuing up some more light ships from here. That way we don't have to actually worry about finding the location to build them. And so, yeah. Anyway, at the end, we're making 70 ducats a month. I would like... This is a strong country. We're almost in first place for income. I would keep focusing on income. And those slight changes, we're now only gaining 0.13% inflation instead of 0.15 from the gold mines. And if we continue to force up our income from trade and production and taxes, eventually we're just going to be completely unstoppable. And it doesn't matter what anyone else does, they will never be able to beat us because we just have too much money. So, all right, cool. Well, I'm gonna wrap this one up here. I hope you guys like this episode, this save file. Again, I'm trying to focus on the achievement. The achievement is to just conquer the two continents, North and South America. We don't need to worry about doing anything else. So this is how I would handle it. So, all right, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. See you soon.